Are you eager to share your expertise through an online course but feeling a bit lost in the course creation maze? Or perhaps you are already a course creator wanting the secret ingredients to structuring your knowledge and taking it to the next level. Well, get ready because you are in for an exciting ride. Welcome to my course. I'm Anton Voronjuk, a seasoned creator with over a decade of experience in launching both offline and online courses. As the Chief Executive Officer of Skills Booster Academy, I've made it our mission to transform education through specialized course creation, training, and corporate learning opportunities. Our Udemy courses have reached over 500,000 students from 190 countries. They are not only highly reviewed but also certified by the Interactive Advertising Bureau. As the Chief Business Development Officer at the Ukrainian Web Promo Experts Academy, I've teamed up with the key partners like the Ukrainian government, Binance, and the Lviv IT cluster to bring free online IT and digital courses to Ukrainians through the IT Generation project. I'm so excited you joined this course. We do an essential mission all over the world. More high-quality online courses change people's lives, providing them with knowledge that could solve their problems and boost their careers or businesses. But before we go next, I want to ask, what is the primary goal your course must achieve? Please determine this statement using the SMART method before we dive deeper into our course to understand whether this course is relevant for you. For those of you striving to make a social impact, share your expertise, boost your personal brand, implement corporate learning in your business, or use educational content as a marketing strategy, you are in the right place. Get ready because we are about to unpack the 10 steps to crafting a stellar online course. Number 1. Understanding your course topic. Number 2. Defining the target audience of your course. Number 3. Setting up learning objectives. Number 4. Choosing course format. Number 5. Competitive analysis. Number 6. Crafting a course program. Number 7. Writing engaging scripts. Number 8. Content shooting. Number 9. Using LMS for effective course management. Number 10. Course promotion. It's not only to allow you to design your course, but also to equip you with practical skills in using St. Paul's LMS in the learning process. But wait, there is more. Our course provides a plethora of additional materials, including links, templates, guides, and checklists. To access these resources, simply go to the course outline. Each lecture has a resources button that showcases all these materials. This can be downloaded to your device or opened online. For example, under this video, you can find a checklist covering the main steps we will follow in this course. As a reminder of the road you go through during this course, you will receive a certificate from Udemy. This paper shows you good at using the new way of doing things. You can put it on your CV or LinkedIn to demonstrate your acquired expertise. Before we dive deeper, a massive shout out to you for choosing your course. We are not just here to teach, but to make this journey enjoyable and valuable. Your feedback is invaluable to us and helps us to continuously improve our content. Stay connected and up to date with us by following our social media and joining our great community. Ready to level up your e-learning game? Take that leap and let's turn your expertise into the force you've always dreamed it could be. I'm glad to see that you have decided to create your own course. Regardless of your ultimate goal, your starting point is to choose what your course will be about. In this video, I have prepared some tips that will assist you during this process. Let's get started. The first thing you should do is select a topic that aligns with your goals. To do this, determine your primary motivation. For example, ask yourself whether you would like to share your experience, to get paid for consulting, develop a personal brand, or include the course in a sales funnel. If you want to use the course as part of your product promotion strategy, integrate it into your course agenda, track people who visit your product website, and encourage them to make a purchase. At the same time, it's important to consider the topic's demand. Explore how related keywords are performing, including what exactly people are looking for and how often. Also, take a look at topic explorers and build in topic analytical opportunities that some marketplaces suggest. We will explore how to use these tools in detail in the next video. If it's hard to choose a specific topic within the category yet, I have a solution. Move on to competitive analysis earlier and explore what other companies offer. My final tip for this video is to select a theme that you are passionate about. After all, when you enjoy something, you will put your soul into making it as good as possible. A data-driven approach at least doubles your chances of succeeding. This is why you should use different tools to analyze the market you want to enter. In this video, I will focus on a few ways to gain an understanding of which topics are the top of people's minds. The first of these tools is Google Trends. Its interface is pretty simple and intuitive. All you need to do is open trends.google.com and navigate to the Explorer module. Once you are here, enter the keyword of the topic you are interested in. Choose the location, time, period to collect, the data category, and type of data to collect. I'd advise you to check all of them, but the most impactful information will be obtained from the web search data. Now I will spend a few seconds creating an example for you. In the search results, you can determine how the topic feels through the desired time. Interest by region, related queries, and topics you can check out. The next tool you can try is Answer the Public. The algorithm for how to use this instrument is almost the same as Google Trends. Go to the answerthepublic.com, enter a keyword location and language, and press search. Let's see what information you can find here. It is possible to view the search volume, the questions people ask with this keyword, and their demand. Different phrases using this keyword that people search for. Various keywords and phrases related to the word you input and the volume of these terms. There is a lot of comprehensive information for you to use, but pay attention to the fact that in the free version you can code only one search per day. Now I want to take a short break from our lecture. Udemy has already asked you to leave your feedback, or will do it soon. I know it may seem a bit early, but that's the platform's policy. Udemy values your first impression of the course, so I would greatly appreciate if you could provide your honest feedback. Your insights help me deliver this course to more students who want to start creating their own courses, just like you. In the open space for comments, feel free to share what you would like to learn and the goals you hope to achieve. If you have any issues at the end of the course, you can find a short video to assist you. For now, let's continue our lecture. Some marketplaces like Udemy also suggest using built-in tools to analyze the topic before creating your course. For example, there is Udemy Marketplace Insights, which allows you to input your keyword and find related topics on the platform. With this feature, you can find the student demand, number of courses, revenue, keywords, and related topics, enrollment by channels, conversions rate, and even bestsellers in this topic on the platform. Okay, now that you are gone through a few important videos, it's time to put your knowledge into practice. I encourage you to choose the topic of your own course. In the additional materials, you can find a spreadsheet with all the instructions. If you want to receive feedback and recommendations from me, complete and attach the assignment section after this video. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more insights. Have you already defined the topic for your course? If you have, I want to ask you who will be your go-to expert. You're someone from your team or a new specialist. If there is someone on your team that will serve as your expert, be sure to define all the requirements, timelines, and benefits. Check whether there is any effect on their working schedule, and so on. However, if you are hiring a new expert, I have prepared some brief instructions to assist you with this process. First things first, identify the portrait of your ideal expert. What is his job title, niche, years of expertise, skills, language, and location? Once you've pinpointed this information, start reaching out to experts in those fields via LinkedIn, Facebook, Upwork, or other social media and freelance platforms. Create short, concise messages that outline what you have to offer. Make sure you are clear about what you're asking for and what you can offer in return. Remember, collaboration is a two-way street. Maybe you can offer exposure to your experts' knowledge through your course, or perhaps you can compensate them for their time and expertise. Don't hesitate to follow up with these people and add different calls to actions, like for example to plan a call to discuss details. For sure, you will not always be lucky enough to find someone who is interested and ready to collaborate with you, and that's absolutely okay. Typically, no more than 50% of people are even open to discussion. Once you've found someone who is ready to continue the work with you, agree to all timelines and conditions. It's better to sign a contract or memorandum that helps you encourage complete commitment and establishes an agreed-upon time frame. Now it's time to collaborate. Schedule regular check-ins to discuss the progress and difference of your course. Keep communication open and remain open to feedback and suggestions from your experts collaborator. And finally, don't forget to give credit where credit is due. Acknowledge your expert collaborations and your course materials and give them a shout out during your lectures. It's not only a gesture of gratitude, but it also adds credibility to your course. That's all I want to say about experts. Next time we will start diving deeper into a course creation process. Before that, let's see how you can adjust Udemy for your needs. Some people tend to better understand the material visually. If you are among this group of learners, I advise you to try captions or transcriptions. Every one of you might have a different learning speed. By speeding up or slowing down my videos with this button, you can progress in a manner what is closer to your own pace. There are also opportunities to set up notes and learning reminders that you can check out on your own or ask me about. We've reached the end of this section. Keep an eye out for upcoming lessons. Engaging in any business activities without understanding who your consumers will be is a path to nowhere. For example, let's say that your online course is designed for intermediate level learners, but a significant portion of your clients consist of beginners who lack the fundamental knowledge necessary to effectively engage with the course materials. To avoid such situations and achieve all your goals, I suggest that you pause to define your target audience. Let's stop for a moment to consider who exactly our target audience is. This is the group of customers who will most likely want your product or service. You will use knowledge about this group in your ads, webinars, websites, and other promotional activities. In these videos, we will work together to create a portrait of our target audience. In the additional materials, I have added a template that you can start filling out during or after this video. Let's get started. So, who exactly is your target audience? Let's break it down. Start by asking yourself, who would benefit the most from the knowledge or skills you are offering in your course? Think about their demographics, age, gender, location, and occupation. For instance, if you are teaching advanced coding techniques, your audience might primarily consist of young professionals in the tech industry. Next, consider their interests and pain points. What challenges are they facing that your course can help them solve? Understanding their needs and motivations will help you tailor your content to resonate with them. If you are teaching a course on time management, your audience might include busy professionals looking to improve productivity and reduce stress. By leading a data analytics course, you can help your audience solve problems with data visualization and interpretation while cutting down on the amount of time they spend on analysis. Don't forget to consider their level of expertise. Are they beginners looking for basic information or more advanced learners seeking specialized knowledge? This will impact the depth and complexity of your course content. For example, if you are teaching a photography course, your audience could range from amateur enthusiasts to experienced professionals. Finally, consider how you can reach your target audience. Where do they hang out online? What social media platforms do they use? Understanding the online habits of your target audience will help you effectively market your course and attract the right students. Take the time to really understand who your audience is, and you'll be on the way to creating a course that makes a real impact. Stay tuned for our next lesson, where we'll dive into establishing the learning objectives for your course. In the quotation of a successful course, the sum of your topic and the needs of your audience allows you to achieve certain learning objectives. At their core, learning objectives show what results your learners are expected to accomplish after completing the material. For example, did you watch our course landing page before watching this video? In the What You'll Learn section, you can see exactly what learning objectives look like. In this video, you'll learn how you can do the same for your course. First, come back to your topic. For example, you want to create a course about data analysis. What is the entry level of the audience you create a course for? Beginner, middle, advanced, or even without any background in the subject at hand? What are the needs of this audience in relation to your topics? Do they want to master a new skill, find a job, get a job promotion or certification, or solve specific business problems? Your learning objectives will involve all the information and skills that your students are supposed to master during your course to attain their goal. There are many different approaches to defining learning objectives, but the Bloom taxonomy model is one of the most comprehensive. This approach involves setting up learning objectives as well as the hierarchical model of 6 learning-related cognitive processes. Level 1. Remember, this level involves objectives related to recalling or recognizing basic concepts. The scientist who revised the model also suggested using different action verbs to describe the process. In such a way, this level could use verbs like define, duplicate, list, memorize, repeat, etc. For example, after completing the course, students will be able to memorize different instruments for data analysis. Level 2. Understand on this level. List all ideas or concepts that a student must be able to explain. You can use verbs like classify, describe, discuss, explain, identify, and so on. Level 3. Apply. This level involves the information that students must be able to use in new situations. It might be described with the verbs execute, implement, solve, use, interpret, and so on. Level 4. Analyze. On this level, you can describe everything that the student should draw connections between. It involves verbs like differentiate, organize, relate, compare, examine, etc. For example, your students will learn how to understand the difference between various data formats. Level 5. Evaluate. Use this level to identify the topics and concepts that your students must be able to use to justify a specific stand or decision. For example, your students must be able to weight the most crucial data in order to analyze performance. In terms of the verbs, you can use there are, appraise, argue, support, select, weight, and so on. Level 6. Create. This level covers students' abilities to produce new or original works. You could describe it using the following words: design, assemble, develop, construct, and so on. As you saw on my slides, this taxonomy resembles a pyramid. Do you have any idea why? It's because they are subordinate to each other. If a person can understand something, it means that they can also remember related concepts. For example, if I was able to create thumbnails for YouTube, it is clear that I also know what thumbnails are. How many objectives should you make? It's up to you. It depends on how much information and practical experience your students must have to meet the requirements, as well as your own goal in creating this course. In the next section, we will continue working with objectives to create your course syllabus. Now, it's time for some practice. Let's identify the target audience for your course and write some learning objectives. In the additional materials, I have input some ready-made templates to assist you with this process. Next to this video, we will see the assignment where you can attach the link to the completed task to receive feedback from me about it. That's all for now. See you in the next lecture. In this section, we will consider how to create your course program. For that, we will take a look at some of the popular course formats and what your competitors are doing. Let's move on to the first video. So, what is a course format? This is the way you present your material. There are many different formats you can try for your masterpiece. One of them is a live course. It's when you provide real-time learning to a certain group of students. You can facilitate learning sessions through video hosting platforms. One such approach would be to create a YouTube Live in which the lecturer explains the material and the students can leave questions in the chat. But for higher engagement, it is better to group up to 35 people and communicate with them directly through the video in Zoom, Google Meet, or Microsoft Teams. Another format is a recorded course. You are able to create videos and publish them on YouTube or other platforms. Yes, this approach might offer less direct interaction with the lecturer, but it allows you to reach more people and give them flexibility in their learning. You can also opt to mix recorded and live interactions. This is a good way to maintain better engagement with lower efforts. Choose whatever is closer to your needs and start acting. In the next lecture, we will consider which courses your competitors take and what information we can use for our courses. I'm certain that when you opened the Udemy platform, you saw many different courses about online course creation before enrolling in this one. Your target audience will do the same. They explore, evaluate all offers and choose only one from the crowd. If you know what your competitors do well, what you can improve upon, and how to differentiate your course from there, you will be one step ahead. That's why you should consider your competitors before jumping into creating programs and course content. In this video, I will share with you how to do so. In the additional materials, you will find a template that may come in handy during this process. Where to get information on your competitors? Just search for similar courses to yours through Google or in the built-in search engines on marketplaces like Udemy, Coursera, etc. You can also use keyword tools to find competitive brands or tools like SimilarWeb. Explore in the internet, find up 10 of your closest competitors and jot down information about them on our table. You may ask, what data should I write down? Above all else, write down the names of your competitors and include their websites or social media pages. After that, consider how many courses these competitors has already created. What reviews do each of these courses have? Gather reviews from independent courses of trusted platforms. Pay attention to testimonials and case studies that highlight successful outcomes. There are many review sites like Reddit that can assist you. Next, write down which topics relate to your course. Define the formats of these courses and evaluate the content if possible. What are the agenda, tasks, experts, and quality of content here? Who are the target audience for these courses? Are these audiences similar or different to your own? Evaluate whether the course caters to beginners, intermediate learners, or advanced learners. It helps to understand whether your competitors are direct or not. During this process, you can also uncover new audiences for enhancing your course. Now it's time to consider pricing. How much is it and what pricing solutions are there? This will help you set up competitive pricing for your course. Even if your course is top-notch, if it is more expensive than similar courses being offered by your competitors, it will be harder to encourage your target audience to buy it. Next, analyze the marketing activities employed by each competitor, including social media presence, partnerships, affiliate programs, and advertising campaigns. This is where the Facebook Ads Library and Google Ads Transparency Center can assist you. One of the most important data points, in my opinion, is identifying any unique features or trends in online course delivery, such as gamification, personalized learning paths, or AI-driven recommendations. Finally, look into the quality and responsiveness of customer support services. Assess the presence and engagement of a community around the platform, such as forums, social media groups, or alumni networks. Keep all the collected information in mind while creating your masterpiece. You can use it as a North Star to guide you through the process of making your course stand out from the crowd. This video is over. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the Q&A section or via personal message. I'm glad that we have already chosen a course topic, selected the format and set up our learning objectives. Because now one of the most interesting parts. We will be writing the program for our course. Above all else, consider the precise duration of your course. Will it be 1-2 hours or 50 to 60 hours? For a recorded course that is expected to nurture a certain skill, 1 to 2 hours of content is usually enough. But for more fundamental courses that can help your learners obtain a whole specialization in a certain area, it requires more time. If there is an online webinar format, think about how many lectures you are able to have as well as their schedule. The optimal schedule and duration of such a course ranges from 2 times per week up to 3 months. By the way, this depends on the length of the webinars, course price, and production expenses. So make sure to consider the length of your pieces of content. If there are webinars, how long will they be? 1 or 2 hours. If there are recorded videos, will they be 2 to 3 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes, or longer? I recommended concentrating on short videos because they attract more engagement. Now we are ready to build the structure of our content. Consider the modules or sections that your course will have. These are the widest subtopics in your course theme. Use your objectives as a guideline. For example, in this section, we had the objective of learning how to create a course program. In the next section, we will discuss how to create course content. You can structure your course in Google Sheets or wherever you want. Just be sure to add an introduction to your course to introduce students, provide organizational points, and set up your learning goals. At the same time, think about the outro for your course to recap the materials and results, or just wish all the best to your learners. You can build sections by defining separate skill sets for each one. If you are creating a course about digital marketing, there might be the SMM section, the SEO section, etc. In addition, you can divide your content into studying sessions, such as week 1, week 2, day 1, day 2, and so on. I love using step-by-step guidelines toward achieving the main goal of the course and creating sections for each step accordingly. Make sure that the section for webinar formats is much wider than the video one. For example, it might be a section about SMM, which in the future will include 3 lectures with a duration of to 1.5 hours. But at the same time, with short videos, you can have 3 or 4 sections. Each section should not be too long. For example, you should have a few webinars or up to 5 to 7 videos of recorded short videos. This allows your students to feel satisfied with the interviewing results, giving them a sense of accomplishment. Finally, start creating your lecture agenda. Write bullet points about what should be covered in each section, or even write down the exact structure of the videos involved. Don't forget about your learning objectives during that time. I encourage you to check out examples of ready-made programs at the additional materials and start making your own course program. Thank you for joining this lecture. See you in the next section. Have you ever had situations in which you start some task and don't finish them? Do you remember moments that you have procrastinated at your job or at university? If so, you have definitely experienced the impact of motivation. Eleanor Simpson, in her book The Behavioral Neuroscience of Motivation, defines motivation as the engineering of behavior in pursuit of a goal. Your course is a road to achieving a goal for your learners. It is better to encourage students to visit this goal from time to time. This is the most significant leverage. Some of them want to find a job. Others want to master a new skill or solve a business problem, etc. But to move from the beginning to the destination, they must have enough energy. That's why you should consider the motivation of your learners. It might be obvious that teaching children and adults are completely different things. Adult learners tend to have less time because of their job, university, and other adult responsibilities. So all the information you share with them should be well structured and as short as possible. One of the concepts of neurobiology states that our brain contains 3 parts: the physical, which relates to our instincts, the emotional, and the rational. All thinking processes move from a physical direction to a rational one. That means that first you should consider whether your course addresses the core needs of your learners, such as freedom and safety. In other words, your students should manage how much time they will spend learning, as well as when and where they will do their learning. They can only complete the task or use instruments that they consider useful. Safety is about respect for your learners' abilities and disabilities, the protection of personal information and borders. To resonate with your students emotionally, foster positive emotions during studying, leave constructive feedback, and provide support throughout the learning process, regardless of whether there are mistakes or accomplishments. Remember that honesty is key, and for praise is deserved, but not for everything. Always leave room for optimism in your messages. Even if a student makes a mistake, show them that they can solve it and improve their results. Also, make sure that every person has their own experience. To engage your students, interact with people to hear their experiences and use examples that might be relevant to them. Use powerful designs to evoke emotions while presenting the materials or feedback. Try adding visualizations of each student's progress. For example, use creative roadmaps to visualize the connections between materials. This will give your students an understandable guide that they can follow in a well-determined and knowledgeable way. The last part of the brain is the rational part. You can keep motivation high with this part by setting up students' goals and checking back on their progress from time to time. Show your students what results will be achieved. Use scientific data to prove shared information to form a sense of loyalty to the expertise you share. Share life hacks and recommendations and let your students know about them. While we are studying, every time we achieve a new accomplishment, we get a dopamine dose as a compensation from our body. For example, when you complete this lecture, you might obtain new knowledge about the 3 parts of the brain. However, once you know about this model and think about it, next time there is no dopamine opportunity. You, as a creator, should support these dopamine reactions during your course with a qualified and engaging content. That is why I'm asking you to show your students their progress, remind them of their goals and results, as well as provide positive, honest feedback. The last thing that can help to enhance motivation is changing things up. For example, if a person hears "good job" over and over again, does this phrase bring the same feeling of accomplishment the 10th time as it did the first time? No. In the same way, the brain starts ignoring similar and monotonous content, and the learner will probably begin to be bored. So, from time to time, add new interactions, formats, visuals, or anything else new for the learner. That's all that I have to share with you in this video. Soon you will also be a course creator, just like me. It's time to make note of different details using some real examples. Think about moments when you lost motivation while watching this course. What do you think? What's the reason for that? What would you do differently? When it comes to creating course content, you may start feeling frustrated. What should I say? How should I say it? Is my content interesting? This is where script creation may help. A script is a preparatory text used for recording video for facilitating webinars. It might be literal text or bullet points. Literal text involves creating a word-for-word transcription from the beginning to the end of the video. Meanwhile, bullet points cover only the main thoughts that you plan to share. Both of these options have their pros and cons. For example, bullet points require less time for preparation, but more time while recording the video. When you use bullet points, you have to improvise when you're creating your video content, which sometimes might require additional takes. On the other hand, having a literal script is a good approach because you know for sure what will be said and can manage the content with your team. Otherwise, such a script needs more time for creation and might sound less natural, especially if your expert is new to the process. In this video, we will discuss how to write both kinds of scripts. You can choose which one works best for your own projects. In every lecture, you are sharing a story with people. When you share interesting stories from your vacation with your friends, how do you start? You may open by saying something like, "I was on vacation and you won't believe what happened." After that, you share your story. Finally, you close the story with a short conclusion like, "It was a really interesting vacation," or "I would rather stay home." This is exactly what you should implement in your script. Every lecture should have a beginning, main section, and the ending. The opening section might include a greeting, thought-provoking question, problem, or anchor to the previous material. The main goal of this portion is to engage your learners toward the main content. You can even underline it by adding an announcement about what students will cover in this lecture or what results will be achieved after it ends. On my slide, you can see examples of how this part may look, both literally and with bullet points. Now, let's consider the main content. Recap your learning goals for this lecture. Understand whether those goals should be practical or theoretical. Start creating the material, structure it with lists, steps, and complexity. It's important to move from simple to more complex concepts. Explain new definitions and give the full names of different abbreviations. Consider where you can help your students understand the topic with visualizations. If you want to demonstrate how to do something with a certain instrument, write down the process to complete while following along with the video. Feel free to ask questions, encourage students to complete tasks, and add your own experience, recommendations, and real-time examples to illustrate the material. Let's consider how this would look in the form of bullet points. If you are creating a short video lecture, 5 trends in SMM, it might be enough to write only the 5 trends and examples of each of them in the form of bullet points. If you are creating a webinar, your bullet points might be longer and more detailed, depending on the expert comfort. You can also add time codes for each part of your lecture to manage your time. Okay, we have talked about the main section of the content. Let's move on to the closing portion. Here you can recap what was covered in the lecture, share conclusions about what comes from the learned content, provide additional recommendations, as well as input calls to action, thanks and announcements for the coming videos. On my slide, you can find examples of how it might look. In general, it might appear as though you are saying that you want to say, actually saying it in recapping what you said. But that's not all. I have prepared a few more recommendations for your script. Number 1. Avoid jargon and tight complex words or phrases. Such words might cause confusion and misunderstanding among your learners. Number 2. Keep duration in mind. When talking about video, 1 minute of content equates to approximately 100 words. Number 3. Speak directly to the learner. Pronouns like we and you help encourage users into the learning process. Number 4. Provide more suggestions instead of rules. Allow your students to choose whether or not to follow what you say. Instead of have to or must, try terms like should, may, ought to, and so on. That's all I want to share with you. In the additional materials, you will find more examples of different scripts. Is everything clear for you? Please don't hesitate to share your questions in your Q&A section. See you in the next. We have already covered some strategies on how to create engaging scripts, but in this video I want to share with you more ways of retaining your learners. We will talk about using interactivity as a tool in your course. Here are 3 types of interactivity that you can use. Number 1. Learner-learner interactivity. This approach involves working in groups or pairs, creating a student community, making use of games, and so on. For example, you could create a chat in WhatsApp, Telegram, Slack, or Viber and support non-formal communication through these platforms. Furthermore, you could use Zoom or Google Meet to create separate video rooms where your students can work together. You might use online games to create a private network for your students and allow them to play together via Discord or other communication channels. You can even implement some learning concepts in a game or leave it as a way of networking between students. For example, I have heard of cases in which people use the themes as a part of the learning process. You could also adapt different famous board games like Alias or Monopoly to incorporate your material. The easiest way to do so is via Google Jamboard and roll the die online. Let's see how it might look on the screen. Number 2. Learner-content interactivity. The most basic approach you can take is to mix different content formats. It is possible to add ready-made video, live PDFs, slides, spreadsheets, cards, audio, schemes, infographics, etc. You can also make your content more dynamic with memes, GIFs, pop-ups, link scenes, hotspots, footage, and animation. Your content can also be gamified. For example, you can add approaches that help learners go through the course as a game. These could come in the form of badges that are earned by completing lecture or homework or leaving questions, and so on. In addition, a student taking a different course can earn points and be rewarded after achieving a certain number of them. Another thing you can try is to add quizzes and other interactive exercises. Some platforms provide built-in quiz opportunities. You can also tailor services like Kahoot, WordWall, and Bamboozle to create quizzes with multiple choices, fill in questions, drag-and-drop questions, flashcards, and more. Some services even allow quizzes to be a competition between learners, which you can use as a means of increasing student-to-student interactions. Talking about other exercises, there are 2 types of tasks that I want to recommend, analytical and practical ones. For example, for analytical tasks, you might share some questions, cases, data points, or other input information to make students come up with their own conclusions, recommendations, and so on. Meanwhile, practical tasks are all about trying different tools and techniques. For example, you were suggested to create your own course program. These tasks can also be enhanced through a simulation which may cover a certain process from a certain position, as it exists in reality. For example, in a simulation of an SMM project, students should collaborate with the client, create a strategy, and present the result. In this case, the client is fake. It might be a person from your team who will receive imaginary data about the project. I know that I've already provided a lot of recommendations about content, but I still have a few more for you. One of them is to use innovative approaches like virtual reality, augmented reality, or metaverses. This might be an expensive approach, but you can see the opportunities offered by these technologies on screen. This approach allows you to create a special environment for the learning processes where students complete tasks, interact with each other, or listen to the material. Number 3. Learner-instructor interactivity. We have covered many aspects of it while talking about scripts and motivation, but you can also add mentors to your course who support students through live one-to-one meetings or Q&A sessions. Also, it's really great to have course administration who control attendance, ask questions, and interact with students within the course. No matter how your instructor and team interact with your students, the most important thing is to provide a personalized approach for each student and to remain empathetic to their needs. Now my video is over, but I invite you to check out the additional materials. Here is a quiz you can go through. Okay, the script is ready and it's time to put it into action. When it comes to this stage, businesses that have enough budgets start filming the content in the studio. After that, as with the wave of a magic wand, the video editor combined it all together. But what should we do if there are not enough costs to cover such services? In this video, we will consider a few simple recommendations that can be your lifeline in such a situation. For them, you need only a web camera and a microphone. And the first point is simple. Consider a live meeting format instead of video. Such services as Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and Google Meet may be much cheaper in comparison to continuous video production. But if it doesn't work for you as well and it's still time-consuming and expensive, let's consider the next tip. Use the same video hosting services not for live meetings but to record the lectures. After that, you can download them on YouTube or use the LMS system to provide content to students. We will consider what LMS is in our next sections. Let's spend some time to see how it might look. My next tip is to use special tool to record the video. Such tools as Loom, OBS, PowerPoint, Rewatch, and others are able to record both the screen on your device and the web camera at the same time. I have prepared for you some screenshots to show what it looks like. But even with using a web camera, remember to set up a good lighting in the room and a plain background, as well as the closest for the recording. Talking about audio, it might be in the inbuilt microphone from your laptop, headphones, or you can buy a microphone separately to enhance its quality. And my final recommendation is to use AI to record video. Some tools like ThinkEasy, Rephrase AI, Vid.io, Nero AI, and HeyGen and others suggest opportunities to input the literal script, generate voice with AI, and add an AI avatar to create a ready video in the person is speaking. Some AI tools like HeyGen are even able to use your real photo to create a video from it. Here are some examples of such videos. That's all for now. An additional life hack for anyone who listens to this video by the end is that you can use free design tools like Vista Create, Canva, and Prezi to create comprehensive slides without incurring additional designer expenses. Talking about trends in slides, most of what I saw was plain slides with short structure, text, and sometimes photos. Here are free stock photos for you need them, or you can use tools like Midjourney to generate them on your own. You've already completed more than half of the course. Can you believe it? It seems that you spent a lot of time mastering this topic, but you were able to make it really quickly. The rest of the course will be as interesting and productive as the first half. However, before diving deep into this topic, I want to recap the stages of course creation. We have covered those far. You currently know how to choose a topic, analyze the market and competitors, define target audience, and learning objectives. Select the course format as well as create the program and content of your course. You might also remember the importance of motivation and how it impacts the learning process. In today's video, we will consider one more way that you can manage the incentives of your learners. Sounds intriguing? If so, let's begin the lecture. I want to introduce you to the concept of Learning Management System, or LMS. An LMS is an application or web solution that allows you to manage the learning process regardless of whether it's completely online or partly offline. With such an application, you can easily input your content in a structured and convenient way, establishing a student database, communicate with your students, set reminders for your learners, and interactive content or gamification elements. Automatically create certificates about completing the course, evaluate the performance of your students, analyze how they learn, promote your course, and so on. Here are the three main types of LMS you are likely to encounter. Number one, independent LMS that companies create themselves. If you have enough resources to hire a team of developers, you can model your own LMS. This approach will allow you to manage its views, features, and rich pieces of information about learners that you choose to collect, as well as with that which you choose not to. For example, at WebPromo Experts, we design such a LMS for our students. Number two, ready-made LMS you can buy and use for your team. Some companies have already developed LMS with different features that you can tailor to your own courses. You simply need to pay for the option you like and the LMS is ready to use. There are many different pricing solutions, both for small and large enterprises. Some of the most popular examples include SendPulse, Thinkific, LearnWorlds, Talent LMS, and so on. Later on, I will show you all the steps on SendPulse LMS, which I use myself. SendPulse offers a trial period and many free features. Now I just spent a few seconds demonstrating how it looks. Number three, built-in marketplace LMS. Some courses marketplace suggest built-in LMS opportunities to manage students for a better learning experience. While you are watching this course, you can even experience working with such LMS as a user. They also have their own pros and cons. For example, they might not have expanded management opportunities, but they could be more available in their payment options. We will discuss popular courses marketplaces in the next video. Right about now, you might want to ask me, Anton, if there is so many options, how should I go about choosing the best LMS for my course? In my views, the two main things that you need to know are how much you are willing to spend and what features you need to have. But I have prepared a few additional recommendations to help you compare different platforms. Check how many students might be included and which students interface the LMS support. Consider integrating opportunities and data protection guarantees. Ensure that the LMS has a mobile version and provides huge storage opportunities. What analytical opportunities does the LMS offer? How students should enroll in the course? Through social media, with a login and password, through an outside services, or in some other manner. How might a course be administrated? Through one account or multiple? That's all I want to share in this video. What do you think are the most important features for any LMS? Share your thoughts in our Q&A section. I'm interested in knowing your opinion. In this lecture, we will continue to talk about where and how to release your course. I have already mentioned Marketplaces, this is an environment hosted by a third-party company in which you can input and sell your courses for a fee. Marketplaces might suggest the LMS as well as some of their own promotional activities to help you with sales. This is like Amazon, but with courses. Since you are currently on Udemy, you have an idea of what one of these marketplaces looks like. There are many users all over the world in different niches. Udemy is a great place to reach lots of learners, but the platform does have some limitations in terms of the management of your course activities. Furthermore, Udemy often discounts courses, affecting how much you make. Then there is Teachable, which gives you more control. On this marketplace, you can make your own branded storefront, set your own prices, and shape your courses just the way you like. It's your stage to command. For those aiming for a more academic crowd, Coursera is a good choice. This marketplace partners with universities offering learners accredited certifications and degrees. This can add credibility to your courses. And don't forget, Skillshare, especially if you are creative, is perfect for art, design, and writing courses. Skillshare works on a subscription model, so learners pay a monthly fee for access to courses, which can mean more consistent earnings for you. That's all the marketplaces I wanted to share with you in this video. What do you think about using an LMS for your courses? For me, these systems are essential for effective learning, interactivity, automation, support, and so on. While owning your own systems requires significant resources and marketplaces have many limitations, independent LMS provide a happy medium for course creators. That's why in this course we will cover how to use this type of LMS. As an example, I will show you the St. Paul's LMS, which I use to create some of my courses. With this system, you can even make your first free course without charge. Let's get started with the first steps on this platform. I already have the St. Paul's account, but you should register on your own. During our practice session, we will primarily interact with the courses section. Click on this section and a new window will appear. To begin creating your course, press the Create Course button. You will see a pop-up with three options. Let's select a new course. In the new window, create a course title. I just entered ChatGPT and Midjourney course. Below, add a domain name for the website that will be made for this course. Subscription, user can select their own existing domain or create a new one. If you would prefer this option, check out the article with a detailed guide in the additional materials. But now let's create one first built-in St. Paul's domains. This option is available on a free plan. Click Next. Choose a template for your landing page. For example, graphic design. We will come back to this edit later on. At this moment, our course appears on the platform. Let's adjust some of the primary settings. To do so, press the Settings button. The first thing you will see is a course preview. Click Select and you will see the window to choose the previewed picture. Upload pictures from your device by clicking Upload Files. Wait a few seconds while it downloads. Choose the uploaded image from the list. Now, let's consider the course lessons flow. You can decide whether students should access all the lessons at once or gradually. Let's select video by video and move on to the course completion criteria. What will your students have to do in order to complete the course? Watch the video or complete the test. Let's choose to both complete the video and test. Below, you can switch on the certificate option. It helps you create automated, customized certificates for your students. We will set it up in our future videos. You can also define your course language. For example, let's choose English. Below, select the category that relates to your course topic. It might be one or even a few. It will appear near your course in the student's account. Below that you can switch on the the option that allows you to recommend other courses within your domain to students after they complete your current course. Also, you can enable displaying your current course on the main student account page, regardless of whether they have started the course or not. It will assist in the promotion of your course. Scroll down a bit and click Save. I suggest that you proceed with a few more settings. Scroll up a bit and click the Access and Pricing button. Next, choose whether the course format will be open-ended and have specific days. I personally prefer the open-ended option, but you can choose whatever you want. Below that, customize the time limit to complete the course. I will leave it set to the default option without any limits. Next, consider your pricing options. It's possible to leave the course free or make it paid if you have a SendPulse paid subscription. I will show you how the paid option works. First, you will be asked to select payment methods and prices. I use Stripe, but let's see what other options are available. Click the account icon and go to the Accept Payments section. There are many ways that people can pay for your course. You only need to choose the most convenient one and connect it to your LMS account. I have added the knowledge base on how to do this in additional materials under this video. Now, let's come back to our settings and add the price. Make sure to consider your expenses and competitor prices. Below, add the link your customer will be redirected to after making the payment. It is important for tracking conversions in the Ads Manager when you promote your course. You can add it later when you complete your landing page. It's also possible to add deals to your CRM to track your payment performance. I will skip this step for now and click Save. Remember that you won't be able to change the course format, make a free course paid, or make a paid course free after the course's publication. So before publishing the course, check these two options. One more. The last thing we will do in this video is explore the interface. On the left side panel, you can easily switch between multiple courses, interact with your students, as well as manage your promo codes, certificates, and files you added on SendPulse and your subscription. When you open a particular course, you will see the panel that helps you manage your courses, as well as the essential information about your course in a convenient view. By tapping on the site, there are many opportunities to adjust the landing page, set up a student account, or publish your course. By tapping on the pencil, you can change the name of your course anytime you need to. You can also share access with your colleagues by tapping the account icon and clicking Invite a new user. Input all the information about your colleague and tick the boxes to indicate what the person should be able to do. You can select the role from the list of existing ones or create a custom one having the subscription. Custom opportunities allows you to share access to a particular service or course. It helps you follow the data protection policy while working on your product. Roles are helpful if you work on a course collaboratively and each has a separate set of duties like curator, administrator, expert, course, tech support, etc. Being as individual user and assessing the course, they can answer the questions or leave feedback on the homeworks and their names. Have you already tried creating a course with the LMS we discussed above? If so, how did it go? Do you need any help? If so, please write me a personal message or ask your questions in the Q&A section. In this video, we will continue to work with the course we did before. I will show you how to upload content to the platform you created. Above all else, let's return to the courses section and go for the File Manager. Choose all the videos, PDFs, pictures, and templates you made for the course and upload them in SendPulse. Once you are ready, return to the course and click the Add Lesson button. In the new window, you will see your first lesson. Let's copy the title you created for it in your course agenda. After that, you can add the text for your lesson. The text can easily be transformed with extended size settings fonts, paragraphs, etc. By dragging elements from the left side panel or by clicking on the plus sign below the text block, you can add other content such as more text, images, videos, audio files, splicers, dividers, tasks, and buttons. Let's try selecting images and videos. Click on the block and choose the gallery type, whether this is an image, carousel, or video. I pick the video option. Next, select the file on the file manager we added before. By the way, adding links to YouTube or Vimeo videos is also possible. Add anything you want and click Save. Your first lesson is ready. You can also easily drag and drop your content in between other elements, if you need to do so later. From the left side, you can find the agenda. By tapping on the three dots, you will see the lesson settings, where you can manage whether this lesson will appear to your students. Choose Open and press Apply. Let's also rename the section as it was written in your course agenda and click Save. In the lower left corner, you can see the Add Lesson button. It works the same as the one we tried before. But what is more interesting, here is an arrow near this button where we can add the section or test instead of the lesson. Start adding the rest of the content of your course in the same manner. We did it in this video. If the next lesson in your course agenda are expected to have a similar structure, you can copy an existing lesson or even section and just edit some details. Maybe you will decide to change something on your agenda a little bit. So in this way, make sure that every lecture section or test can be dragged and dropped in the place you need. In the following video, I will also show you how to add attachments, assignments, and tests to your course. Stay tuned! We have already written the program and scripts for our course, created our content, and even input all of that information into our LMS. This time we will continue our creation journey, and I will show you how to add tests, homework, and attachments on samples. These elements help to reinforce the learning experience and make it more interactive and valuable. So let's move on to the main content. The first thing we will talk about is tests. There are two ways to add this activity to your course. We are already familiar with one of these approaches from the previous video. For the other, let's open our course in the course section and click on the arrow near the Add the Lesson button. Choose the Add Test option here. In the new window, write the test name and description. After that, start adding your questions and different answers options. The right side menu allows you to add more options if the default number of variants is insufficient. You can also show the correct answer here, whether it's on all of the points. To add more questions, press the plus sign under the first one and proceed with the rest of the questions in the same manner. You can also duplicate an existing one to keep the same text style or change their order with up and down arrows. Now let's consider some evaluation settings. You can add several points for each correct answer and determine how many students should get to complete the test. It's also easy to shuffle the questions every time a student attempts to answer them and limit how many times they can go through the test. Below, there are opportunities to turn on whether to show the correct answer after an error or not, as well as answer explanations. Check whether you are opened up access and click Apply. Finally, click Save and your test is ready. The next thing we will talk about is attachments. For that, let's return to the lesson we've made in the previous video and click the plus sign below the video. Select the file format and click Choose File. Upload a new file from your device or find it in your file manager if it's already been downloaded. Now let's drag the button from the left side panel and drop it into our lesson. In the settings, you can add the link you want your students to follow and change your buttons view. And the last thing we will discuss in this video is how to add homework assignments. In the new lesson, let's create a new task among the possible content options. Name it and write the instructions for your homework assignment. It is possible to adjust it by adding extra text blocks and images immediately to the task. Now, if you want to, you can turn on auto-accepting answers. If, for example, you have a task that you don't need to access, you can accept all homeworks automatically, either immediately or during a specific period. Don't forget to open up Access and click Save. This is how you can add your homework, but now let's discuss how you can check the assignments. To do this, return to our Courses section and move on to the Assignment Answers section. You will find that there are many opportunities for feedback from your students. You can accept or reject every piece of homework that a student sends, or even leave a personalized comment and attach a file from different instructors. You only need to click the avatar icon and select the specific person. So that's it for this section. Now I have a specific task for you to put your knowledge into a practice. Design the content on the LMS according to your course agenda. You can attach the documents with your results in our assignment section to receive feedback from me. In this video, we will continue adjusting your course, and I will share a short guide on how you can set up certificates for course completion. Not random, bad quality pictures, but personalized, customized certificates that will be automatically created for your learners every time they finish your course. Let's get started. To begin, open the Courses section and scroll down a bit to find the Certificate module. Click on it. There are two main ways you can create your certificate. Number one, create the certificate in the graphic editor and upload it through your file manager. There are some principles for how you must prepare your file. In the additional materials, I have added an article to assist you with this process. Make sure this option is available for anyone who uses a paid subscription. Number two, create the certificate with built-in instruments. To do so, let's move on to the Builder section. First, let's choose the layout for our certificate, horizontal, vertical, or square. Make sure that vertical and square are part of the paid subscription, so I choose the horizontal option as an example. Let's continue with setting up the background. There are two options, color and image. Imagine that I want to add some color. Let's select one. Near the color options, you can also try adding an image to part of your certificate instead of changing the full background. Below are different text adjustments, like font, color, and orientation. I will leave these set to the default options, but you may explore making adjustments on your own. It is possible to change the title and write something else, like, for example, a diploma. The Builder gives us opportunities to add other fields, such as instructor data or just a text field. As a cherry on the top, you can use your business and the St. Paul's logo, or if you want, you can delete it with your subscription. To complete your job, click Create a Certificate. In the pop-up window, name your certificate and choose the course you created for. Press Save. Congratulations! Your certificate is ready. Everyone who meets the course completion criteria will be able to receive such a diploma without your involvement. The names of your students will be extracted automatically from their personal cabinets. They can download their generated certificates on their devices and share them on social media, which helps with your promotional activities. Now, when you have completed the main course settings, go back to the section with your course and click the Start the Course button. After that, click on your website and press Publish. We will come back to editing its design and content later. Congratulations! Your course is live. In the next video I will show you how you can add your first students. The right LMS can simplify the management of your course. These systems allow you to add students to your course, track their progress, send the push notification or emails, answer their questions, and perform many other tasks. With the help of an LMS, you no longer need to use multiple programs to manage your interactions with students. Using an LMS will save your time and enhance the student expertise. Let's see how an LMS works in practice and stop at some management opportunities in this video. The first thing we will cover is registering students for your course. There are few ways they can be added: through landing pages or email. To add students through email, go to the course page and navigate to the Students section. Click Invite Students. You can use bulk invitation to invite a group of people using their emails or invite each person individually. Subscription users also have the opportunity to invite students from other courses. Let's proceed with individual invites this time. Enter all the necessary information and choose the language for the invitation. Tick the Create an Account box. The LMS will automatically create and send login and password information to your students. Click Invite, you are ready. All letters that involve registration, payment, and other organizational points are already set up in SendPulse and will be sent without your direct involvement. To understand which of them will be sent in such a way, I added the article under this video with their list. If you don't have emails, click on your website, select the Copy Link option and copy the link on the registration page to share it with your audience. The second point we will discuss is how to interact with your students. Let's return to our course page and navigate to the Students module. Here you can set up tags for every student. For example, some students come from other courses, some come from the conference, and some come from your team to test it. In these settings, you can also block and delete users, change passwords for user accounts, confirm the payment of individuals, or change time limits. By clicking on the student's name, you can find detailed information about them, such as who they are, how much content they have completed, when to register and sign in, and so on. At the same time, there are opportunities to text, send push notifications to the person individually, and explore the CRM contacts page. This is because every person who is registered for your course automatically saves their information in your CRM. It helps you collect information and engage users with other activities to grow their loyalty within your company. Getting back to our students, you can also send a push notification to everyone enrolled in this course. Click on the button and set up the title, text, sending data, and time. You can segment senders by different tags and progress. This helps keep everyone involved, but avoids annoying anyone to whom this message is already irrelevant. I think you get the idea, so we can move on to another exciting aspect to consider: question management. Students can ask you different questions through the LMS. In SendPulse, all the questions that are asked appear in the questions module of your courses. You can reply to these questions from different instructors' profiles, as well as sort and archive them for a more convenient view. And the final point I would like to cover in this video is about the mobile version of LMS apps, which can make your course more inclusive. For example, SendPulse has a free student mobile app that is available on iOS and Android. Students can use your domain name or a quick login code to access the course. The mobile version offers all the same functionality as the web version. In this video, I will show you how to adjust the course landing page that we created previously. For that, come back to our course. Click on the website in the upper right corner and press Edit Website. The SendPulse website builder will open. Let's begin by replacing all the text, fonts, colors and photos to fit your needs. Once you do this, I'd want us to pause for a while on a single widget. It's called the course login block, which allows your audience to register for your course. In SendPulse, you can change the appearance of this widget and determine whether both the sign up and sign in options would be available. It is also possible to change the information that will be collected, view how it appears on the website, and add tracking options. Click Save. Next, hover over by red and brown blocks with your mouse and click on the three dots. A delete button will appear that will allow you to throw out this content. At the same time, you can add additional blocks by clicking the plus sign. There is a comprehensive library of elements including various text boxes, headers, footers, forms and widgets. Let's close this menu for now and continue with other adjustments. Open the Site Pages module and press on the three dots. Select Settings. In the General section, you can change the page and domain names. But this time, we are interested in other parts of these settings. It allows you to optimize your website preview for users and search engines. I have attached an article in the additional materials to assist you. Okay, we know how to edit a one-page website. What do we do if we want to have multiple pages? It's actually pretty simple. Return to Site Pages module and click Add Page. Input any blocks you prefer, click Save, create name for your page, link it and press Save once again. Check whether the domain name is good, because you cannot change it after publication, and press Publish. Copy the link and return to our main page. To connect the domain name, for example, let's click on the header, navigate to the About Us settings and add a link to the page we created. Finally, check whether the edit content appears on both the web and mobile versions without any issues. Switch between your computer and phone icons to edit anything with a bad appearance. Turn on the preview to see your results, and if you are satisfied, click Save and Publish. Now, let's return to the website section and find the website we made for our course in the course section. It is possible to see the statistics here, but at the moment we are interested in making a few more adjustments. There are some other advanced general settings that you can tailor on your own, but now let's move on to the Analytics module. You can add meta tag codes here or even connect to Google Analytics and Facebook Pixel if you have a subscription. After that, you can return to your website and input tracking on the necessary elements. That's all I want to demonstrate to you about landing pages. Let's see a few examples of ready-made landing pages that SendPulse uses for the Academy. You can find them in additional materials and use them as references. I'm sure that you will master this builder and make a compelling website to boost your course. As we are due at launch the product, I have prepared a few hacks that you can use to transform your payment process and increase your conversion rate. My first tip for you is to create a promo code. People tend to react positively to discounts, especially if they are limited. In SendPulse, you can generate promo codes by going to the promo code section. Press the Add the promo code. In the pop-up window, choose the course, the name of your promo code, the size of the discount, and its validity period. Now you are ready. The next tip is setting up the payment widget on your website. Now your audience can register and pay for your course in their accounts. But if a user can pay directly on your website, the journey is much shorter, and there are more changes for this to convert. To do this, you must edit your website. On the website's first screen, delete the Sign Up widget and replace it with the Payment widget. Define the payment name and product you sell, whether it's a new product or an existing course. Choose your course from the list. The payment sum and payment method will be automatically defined according to the course settings you have established. Change the widget view. data fields to collect, and button style if needed. Press Save. Another things you can try is to make the payment pop-up appear on your website. SendPulse has a built-in pop-up builder that you can check by yourself. This approach might be more comprehensive regarding discounts because it allows you to add a promo code field. The final trick is to create a course chatbot that collects email addresses from your learners, asks them to pay, and automatically enroll them in your course if the payment is successful. In the additional materials under this video, I have attached some guides with instructions on making a chatbot and pop-up. That's all for now. In the following lecture, we will discuss different methods to promote your course. See you next time. Even when your product is completely ready, you are not done yet. If nobody knows about your great course, will you be able to achieve your goal? No. So it's time to let people know about your course, which is where marketing comes in. Let's consider some popular strategies that you can use to promote your course. Number 1. Setting up paid advertising on your course landing page through Google or Facebook ads. Number 2. Working with keywords and building links to boost your landing page in the search results. Number 3. Email marketing and push notifications. SendPulse suggests powerful tools that you can use for your existing newsletter database or even with the email addresses you collected from students from your previous courses. Number 4. Lead magnets. Share free value with your audience in the form of free webinars, conferences, or PDFs related to your course topics, etc. Number 5. Influencers marketing. Encourage niche leaders to promote your course on their social media page or website. Number 6. Reviews. In SendPulse, you cannot only collect feedback from other students, but also show it to new students of your course, students from other courses, or visitors to your landing page. I recommend using all of these strategies in tandem to craft a customer journey that brings together touches from different channels, but works as one. In the marketing field, we call this an omni-channel strategy and use it both for businesses and individuals. Congratulations on completing the course. I'm so proud of your motivation and excited for your new endeavors. Now you can officially refer to yourself as a course creator. You have the tools and knowledge necessary to create and launch your own successful online course. You've even tried to take your first steps in this field. In this video, let's recall how we got to this point together. We started out by exploring why you need to create a course. Then we analyzed the market and defined which topics better align with your goal and are currently in demand. I provided brief instructions on what to do if you need to look for an expert to help you with content creation. After that, we defined a target audience and learning objectives to ensure that you can deliver valuable knowledge to the right people and help them accomplish their goals. Then we tackled the intricate process of structuring your course, including selecting the right format, conducting competitive analysis, and drafting a comprehensive course program. Next, I shared some strategies for motivating students, writing engaging scripts, incorporating interactive elements, and producing high-quality video content on a budget. We explored various learning management systems and marketplaces on which to publish your course, ensuring maximum reach and visibility. But that's not all. We not only got to know about different LMS, but we even completed your course by using one of them. Now you know how to upload created course content, set up assessments, and automatically create compelling certificates for course completion in the SendPulse LMS. I demonstrated how these elements can help you support your learners. In addition, I provided many other tips to enhance their learning experience. Finally, we consider how you can sell your course directly through this LMS with different payment methods and a compelling landing page, as well as various marketing channels to attract students to your course. That's all I have to say. Now go forth and create your masterpiece. I wish you the best of luck. Thank you for your interest in leaving a review for my course. It won't require much time on your end, but each review provides valuable information to me and my team. Here's what you need to do. In the My Learning tab, you will see the Leave a Review button in the lower corner of the course preview. Click on this button. The scale to evaluate the course will appear. Choose the rating you want to leave for this course. Once you click on the relevant rating, you will be asked to provide more details for your review. I encourage you to provide written feedback along with your review. I'm interested in your thoughts on the course content, especially regarding whether you will feel that any important topics or information are missing. Best assured that I take all comments seriously, and I am fully committed to making the necessary improvement based on your suggestions. I will write an example to show you how it works, and then click Save and Continue. In the next step, you will find some questions that allow you to describe your learning experience. Providing your answers to these questions will help me obtain more information to deliver a better learning experience for you and your group mates. Once you are done, click Save and Continue. Finally, you will see a preview of your feedback. There is also a share button, which helps you share your feedback on social media if you want to. To publish your review, click Save and Exit. That's it. Your review will appear on the platform in 24 hours. As you finish up the course, it's time to share a new achievement on social media. In your resume or with your employer, a certificate of course completion is the most comprehensive way to do so. But how can you get it? In this video, I will demonstrate a short guide on what to do to receive the long-awaited diploma. Above all else, log into your Udemy account and navigate to the My Learning tab. Here, you will find a list of all the courses you are currently enrolled in on Udemy. Choose the course to get a certificate and you will be moved to the course content. The first thing you need to do is check whether you have completed 100% of course to be eligible for the certificate. Udemy considers the lecture to be watched if the box near that is ticked. Check all sections to see if there are any missed videos. I recommend watching these lectures for a better learning experience. But if you feel like you know this topic, just tick the box near this lecture to make them complete. It's crucial to do it because you will not be able to get a certificate if you skip even one lecture or assignment. After completing the last lecture, press Get Certificate in the upper right corner. You will see the button Get Certificate. Click on it. Once you do that, your certificate starts generating and will be available for download as a PDF for a while. Feel free to share your certificate on social networks like Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Remember, completing 100% of the course is important to receive the certificate. This is the end. Thank you for joining this course. Here is our social media. Let's keep in touch. I wish you good luck on your creation journey. Goodbye.